We're at Smith's Old Bar in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm with R.A. the Rugged Man on Outlander Media Network. Welcome to the network.
Thank you for having me. My voice is going to be you got to turn it up in the mix because I just got off stage and I got to preserve it because I got 33 more shows. So.
Ain't no problem with that. Well, I tell you, things have really changed since 2013 when Legends Never Die and going to All My Heroes Are Dead.
What changed?
Man, that is the best album I've ever heard.
Oh, thank you, sir.
When it came out, that was when COVID was going on. And that was my favorite album that year.
Yeah, we got, they told us not to put it out because lockdown was about to happen, but it ended up being a blessing, my stubborn ass. I didn't know what was going to happen. And yeah, put an album out, I can't tour off a bit, so maybe I'm fucking up putting it out right now, but it was a blessing because a lot of people said, when lockdown started, that's what I had, that album. So yeah, it was a good thing.
What'd you do during the lockdown?
Hung out with my kids. Pretty nice, actually. Besides what was going on in the world.
How old are your kids now?
6 and 7.
Wow, that's amazing where time goes. You're on this tour, the Back to Fuck Up tour. That thing's 30 years old. I mean, I was 23 when that album came out. How old were you? We'll go back to All My Heroes Are Dead. I tell you, the Slayer Club song, it's the first rap song that I've ever heard that had a lot of artists in it, and it just sounded so smooth. How did y'all get that to come out like it did?
Well, a lot of work, because it's not like the old days where you all go in the studio together and do it at the same time and feel it out, this was like, hey, yo, Ice-T, can you do this? Yo, Onyx, can you do this? Yo, M.O.P., can you do this? And yeah, sure, but they do it in their own studio, and so it was tough at first. But then me and Chris Connery, my engineer, sat there for a day and really, and we had a couple DJs blending the music to make it all fit. And I think and I didn't let anyone do like 20 bars or 24 bars. Everybody had 8 bars, and if you was in a rap group, you had 4 bars.
Wow. Yeah, I tell you, one of the things that, to make things even better about this album was when the lockdown came open, you were my first concert that I went to. And, I was sitting there telling her that I saw Open Minded sitting in there. It was in Knoxville at the Open Chord.
Okay.
And you had Afro with you also. And I mean, that was one of the... I didn't know how that concert was going to be because it was the first one that I'd been to since the lockdown. And, you handled it like a pro. You were out there in the crowds, not worried about this, that, not worried about, getting too close to somebody or anything. You just performed like a pro, and I really appreciated it.
Life is life, and you just gotta live, man. I don't know how to just not move, Like if the crowd's with me, I'm not gonna be afraid of them. Let's tongue kiss. Let's fucking lay on top of each other and bleed on each other's mouths. I'm not scared of them.
Yeah, I was, like I say, saw you with Afro, and I was fortunate enough to get a good video of that. Gotta Be Dope. How'd y'all come up with that with DJ Jazzy Jeff?
C-Lance and his boy, it's 3 letters. I'm such a piece of shit for not remember the producer's name, but it's C-Lance and his partner on that beat. Sent me that beat and it was incredible. So I sent it to Fro. I said, you ready to really murder this? And he did, and I was like, oh fuck, I gotta follow that. So then I had to murder it. Then I sent it to Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah, and I tell you, being on the road right now, what do y'all be doing to stop the eat and gas and everything right now? What are y'all doing right now?
Well, I try to find something that's not going to kill me, so I'm not eating too much McDonald's,
We're getting at the point with that. When we come to these shows, that we look for a Buc-ee's every time we come to these shows. You can't beat the gas and you can't beat the barbecue.
I like Cracker Barrels. You like the Cracker Barrels?
I worked at one for like 4.5 years when I was a server. So you won't hardly see me in those anymore.
I knew it, that's why I said it.
You always give a good shout out to your father that was a Vietnam veteran and me being a veteran, I appreciate that too.
Was Iraq?
I did a grand total of almost 9 years of my life between Iraq and Afghanistan. I can tell you I'm one of the few people you might know that had to fly an ICU plane all the way back and ride in one of those over some health issue. I mean, when you say about the health issue thing, yeah, I didn't come back wounded. I came back with a health issue, so I get what you're saying on that.
Yeah, the U.S. government, you know, they send us in these wars, and my father used to say they trained me to be a killer. My dad's 17 years old. You know, there's a draft on, everybody's trying to throw propaganda out there, so children want to go fight people that they don't even know, and a lot of damage to American citizens, you know. And my dad said they train you to be a killer, and the one thing they do is they don't train you to how not to be a killer, you know. They don't deprogram you, they program you a month after. Yeah, this is how you kill people. Now go into society.
You're applying for a job. What'd you do for a living? I killed people. Yeah, my daddy was a Vietnam veteran also. Like I said, we both did the tours. And like I said, it was one of the things they talk about politics, and one of the things I didn't like about with the lockdown and all that was the fact that people started turning against each other because they were locked down and had nothing else better to do but sit there and argue politics when you're not going to change somebody's mind.
It was an ugly time. It still is, and especially in America, it's growing and growing and growing. It's like the division is crazy. And people are getting like more and more racist, and people are getting more and more cancel everything on that. Like both sides are just going so fucking crazy. I'm just fed up with America right now. I want peace.
I mean, when I tell you, when I watched the debate between Trump and Biden when they were running for election, I was like at the point of like two dementia patients arguing with each other.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know. They give us all lousy. When they were all debating, I thought Tulsi sounded great. And I thought she bodied Kamala Harris. And I was like, yo, she could beat Trump and Biden. She's young, she's fiery, she's fucking aggressive, she's smart. And, I even said, Tulsi, you know. And then after the election, she turned back to pro-war, and she's talking about, like white, like she's anti-CRT, like she's totally turning like the opposite of left. And, which I don't mind if somebody's in the mix, but like, so you never know. You can like someone and then find out they're their colors, a couple months later, you know.
You don't never know with that. So after you get done with this tour, where are you going next?
Home to Germany. And I got some big festivals this year.
What else? You need festivals? You gonna be doing the Gathering this year? Or?
Well, I don't know yet.
Oh, they haven't decided, or well, I don't know. I mean, you ever know with these festivals? It seems like there's more and more popping up, and whenever I'm going around from festival to festival, and that's one thing great about it, that people aren't scared anymore, and they're hanging around in close quarters like they should be.
I'm sorry I'm not giving you long-winded answers. I just got off the stage and you hear my voice, so I'm preserving it. So I'm waiting for the question, and I'm giving you a little. Usually I'm more funnier. Sorry.
Oh, I know. You're pacing yourself.
Anybody that's listening, I'm usually more bow, 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 smack, kick, boom, boom, boom. But right now, my voice is a little shot. So.
Oh, I get it. We'll go ahead and wrap it up then. Let you get on back to chilling.
Nah, you came over. You could ask me a couple more things. I'm just letting the viewers know I'm usually a little bit more,
No problem. We'll go to one of your favorite things. Let's go to horror movies. What horror movies have you been enjoying lately?
Oh, man. What did I watch recently? I feel like I watched something recently and I can't remember. I want to see the Renfield movie, but it's good?
Yes, we saw it the other night.
Yeah. I usually don't like new movies. That one looks okay, you know. I'm one of them old guys that like movies that were born before I was born. You know?
Yeah, we catch a lot of the horror movies. We're getting geared up for Evil Dead Rises next week because that's gonna.
I feel like I watched something recently that I loved, and now I can't even remember. Because when you're on tour, you're doing so much shit at the same time. You're trying to think, what did I just watch? You know?
Yeah, I get that. We've seen a few horror movies. Smile was pretty awesome when it came out.
I didn't love Smile as a whole, but you know what I thought was phenomenal? Fucking Bacon, the lead actress.
Oh yeah.
Bacon, her performance was like next level good. I was like, holy shit, Sosie Bacon is like a great actress, great.
Yeah, we've checked out a lot of these movies. I'll tell you one that's really another horror movie actress that's starting to come around is like from the movie X and Pearl.
Oh yeah.
She was also in the last Scream. Not this past one, but the one before that.
I didn't. Don't tell me but I didn't see Cronenberg's son movie yet either. She's in that Infinity Pool.
Infinity Pool? Go see that.
I heard good things about it.
It's excellent.
Don't tell me nothing about it.
I'm not gonna tell you nothing. I'll just let you know it's excellent. Check it out one day. I mean, we always see them on the big screen, and I tell you one thing we've learned on these big screen movies, like they got 4D now, and if they get a horror movie in 4D, that's you want to see that. It's an experience. So if you had to pick your favorite horror movie, what would you pick?
Of all time?
Of all time.
I don't have a favorite of all time, but you know what I watched with my son again right before I left? We watched Island of Lost Souls, the original, with Charles Lawton, and that's definitely one of my favorites. You know, I loved it, and my son loved it, which was nice because it's such an old movie. It's almost 100 fucking years old. And they'll put it on for a 6-year-old and he thinks it's great and he's talking about it for days. I'm like, wow, the movie's effective, you know?
Wow. So you have a 6 and a 7-year-old?
Yeah.
Like I said, you got any good advice for them when they get older?
Just don't be too hard on yourself and live your life. Have fun, enjoy it. Don't beat yourself up. You're not here for long. You make mistakes. You can never be perfect. So just keep it moving. And don't let your brain tell you negative shit. You know, life is precious. Enjoy it, my children. I love you.
Yeah. That's really good advice. I mean, you know, we have children and we watch them make some of the same mistakes we made, and no matter how many times we tell them, don't do that.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I wish mine were still 6 and 7. Mine's 31 and 28. I'm kind of giving my age a little bit. I appreciate you letting us come up here and interview tonight. And hey, have a good tour. You're going to North Carolina tomorrow?
Yeah, and like I said, maybe we'll do it again too when you got me up at 100%, you know?
Oh, it'd be awesome. Like I said, it means a lot to me to see you because, like I said, you were my first concert when COVID ended. It was at the Knoxville Open Court. I don't know if you remember that venue because there's so many of them that you go and look at. They probably run together after a while. But that was, like I said, I told her, that's open-minded up there. I remember them from that nice show. And we appreciate you taking time to come to Outlander. Follow Already the Rugged Man on Instagram, Facebook. Get his album, All My Heroes Are Dead. And keep on following him and follow him on tour on the 30th anniversary of Back the Fuck Up with Onyx. I'm Kirby Bailey from Outlander Media. Thank you for coming out. Peace.
Fuck with me, you ready? I'm a dip diver, socializer. I'm a who flat top boom and 89er. Say bucket by now, you should have at least blown. It's funny, I'm mad famous for being a no. Just a dirty motherfucker, they hate my guts. All I talk about is bitches and busting nuts. Yeah, I got a foul mouth, yeah, I cuss too much. Just some Ricky Ricardo, ridiculous. I ain't got no style if I still ride the bus. I got me hospitable, hittable, cooler than diggable, criminal, mirror, take every syllable, literal, visible, visible, aim and dip, a little, middle, purposeful, little, you tickle, you typical, yeah. Yeah, talk shit, I'm cocky with it. Hard for you to admit it, but I'm one of the best in it. Swing it to the left, put your hands up. Swing it to the left, swing it to the right.